I think about how I was a kid and I always wanted to be a professional football player. And I just kind of remember being at the LA Coliseum, and I was being voted the Rookie of the Year after my first year in the National Football League in 1979. And the thing that stands out the most is I remember looking up at the sky and there was balloons and everything falling. It was a divisional championship game. And the only comment that I could make was, "Is this it?" And I tell you, from that moment on, I knew something was out of whack in my life, because I would have thought that that would be the happiest day of my life. And there were signs all the way along through my 13-year career in the National Football League from that point on. Wish I'd have found out a lot sooner, but what I eventually found out was I was thirsty for God. I remember going to a particular service, and it happened to be at Westlake High School, and I got an opportunity to listen to a pastor, Pastor Paul Andre, and he spoke very candidly about his past. And the first thing that happened to me was it made me not feel bad about my past, about any experimentation that I had done, any thoughts, any actions that I had carried on. And the message was so strong that no matter what I had done, that I would be forgiven. About a year ago, I lost my passion for my business, this very business where I sit today. Couldn't get it back. Wasn't sure if I wanted to even come into the building another day. Don't even have an answer for it. I just know I was burned out. And I thought I would go back and start all over again at Genesis. And when I went back to Genesis, I read one thing in particular that brought me to tears, that is obviously in the Bible, and it talked about that God made us as men and women in the image of himself. That's another one of those things that for me, very, very hard to wrap my mind around. Well, obviously it worked, because as I moved through and got into Exodus and Numbers and Deuteronomy, I would find story after story after story of the great men of the Bible, particularly Moses and Jacob, Isaac, that they were appointed these big tasks that they didn't feel worthy of. And that was what I wrestled with. I wrestled with, you mean with everything I've done, I'm going to find favor? So I would say that those of you, whatever you're going through now, the answers that you're looking for, they are in the Bible.